Hello my dear friends and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. I am so happy that you are here as we find out what's happening with you this full moon cycle. So I'm going to read you a little bit of my from the Moonology diary so you can see what this full moon, and since it has an eclipse with it, is all about. So the first idea that springs to mind in looking at this eclipse is to let go of all the stuff, let go of whatever upsets you and the angst you're holding on to, let go of resentment and fear, let go of anyone or anything you're clinging on to for dear life. Release the number one thing you're scared to release, not just because if you let go it will come back and it's yours, and if it doesn't it probably never was, as the old saying goes, but also because every now and then we have to take a look at where we've developed a toxic attachment or fear and we need to work through it. Yeah, so this is all about letting go, and because this especially full moons are always a time to let go, and this one's even more so since it's an eclipse in the sign of Scorpio, which sometimes holds on to rather grudgingly. So it's all about letting go. So that's an area. So, but you know, whenever you watch this, there's a timeless reading, so it's messages that you're meant to hear. It just might mean that you have this need for letting go right now. So I'm going to show you each pile. Pile 1 is this one, pile 2 is this one, and the cards on top right now are by V Love and Crystal, and this is her Witch Becomes Her, and this is Shamanic Witch, is group 3. So we have oracle cards, tarot cards, and of course divination dice and like charm chips and charms, everything all mixed in there. So please, if this reading does resonate, please do consider subscribing, joining our family. Liking it was really helpful too, and commenting and sharing it with others, that would be awesome. If you want to donate to the channel, there's information in the description. If you want to book a reading with me, a personal reading, there's also information in the description down below. Alright, enough with the jibber jabber. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in, close our eyes, clear our mind, think of the full moon, and now as you exhale and exhale and open your eyes, choose whichever pile draws you to it. Alright, let's do this. Hello group 1, let's see what it's all about for you this full moon cycle. Okay, so we have the skeptical witch. There's a witch. So there's questions, hesitations, and doubts. So right now you are not sure about things, right? This is like, oh my goodness, you know, you're in a state of, I would say, 2 of Swords energy maybe, or maybe a 4 of Cups, but it doesn't really matter, because I almost want to say, this is funny, because with this, what I just read about, if you didn't watch the beginning, this is like, currently it's a full moon eclipse in Scorpio. That's the sign it falls under. And so this is all about letting go of the things that we are, that kind of have become stagnant. So this is, I'm actually going to tell you a little bit of something. I'm going to say let go of your need for certainty, and it's like, it's okay to have those questions. That's what I almost feel like. It's okay to be a bit skeptical. It's okay to have your doubts and hesitations. It's okay. I feel like what I want to say is not that letting go of like the fear that you have to be something that you're not. So if you're skeptical, if you're not sure about things, that's okay. That's where you are right now, and that's fine. I know, it's very weird, but it is what it is. And I do feel that that's the thing. Because I feel like if you have those questions, it's better to have questions, right? I feel like if you have questions about things, that means that you're open to having answers, right? Versus where you are trying to force yourself to like, no, I feel like I have to know something, or, you know, like, and that I almost feels like when you feel like you have to know something, or when you feel like you have to be right about something, that's where we actually constrict ourselves, because we feel like it has to be a certain way. Skeptical witch is having questions is okay. I think that is what I'm seeing here. So surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. And you see, that's what it is. And the skeptical witch is actually, for me, it's like that question. You have those. Like, this is how you solve a problem, right? You solve a problem not by thinking you know, like you have to be a certain way, but rather by actually asking questions. And I feel like that's the transformation. It's almost like looking into yourself, and then you'll see this. So if those questions, have them, write them down. You're like, I'm not sure about this. Okay, let's write about this. That's what I would say to you. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I feel like I could go on and on. Okay, and look at this. Super moon. Wow, look at that. An attraction. I almost feel like here it's trying to say that you are attracting all the things that you do want. And it's not like, this person is just sitting there, right? There's no actual action being done here except just by being. I feel like by asking those questions, by asking whatever questions it is, and looking at the hesitations and looking at your doubt, right? And seeing where it's coming from. And like I said, and then using this creativity, and you're just going to attract the answers. You're going to attract the things that you want. So very, very, like, it feels like a very strong moon, like I thought it would be. So we have summer. So this might be when you actually get those answers, when you have this, and you're starting to get there. But it's also, for me, it also kind of feels like when this creativity happens, like summer is full of life, right? Spring is the beginning of things to happen, but summer is where it's all at, where like there's a buzz of activity. There's like, ooh. And I feel like that's what I'm feeling here for you. Like, this is the energy where you're at. And I, like I said, I don't think the questions are bad. I feels like, for me, it's like that's where the buzz or activity comes from. And then the creativity, the questions, right? The questions and the solutions are there, but it's the getting to the solutions that's the fun, that's the creativity. So that's really cool. I like this. Let's see what the tarot has for us. What is happening with the collective of group? This full moon cycle. So we have the Seven of Swords, where we're trying to hide something, we're trying to mask something. Right? Okay. Page of Swords, and then the Five of Cups. All right. Woo. All right, this is interesting. All right, so we have the page of, we go from the Seven of Swords, so we do feel like we're masking something. It might be that we're masking, like Five of Cups, like something we're holding on from the past. Maybe you were one of those kids that got in trouble for asking too many questions, and I feel like, no, my friend, it's okay to ask a lot of questions. But that's for some of you. And so you feel like you had to mask. So like there's something in your past where you learned some sort of like weird, not saying it's weird, where you thought that there was a certain way you had to be, and then so you masked yourself with the Seven of Swords. But now the Page of Swords energy that's coming through is that now you are beginning to allow who you are meant to be, beginning the truth. The Page of Swords is totally truth. It could be speaking your truth. It could be actually being the truth, to come through out. I feel like that. Oh, look at that. It's being followed by the Knight of Swords. So look at this. There's even progress. Yes. And now once you know that truth of yours, once you speak that truth, once you understand that truth, the Knight of Swords takes you where you now you're taking action in it. So yeah. So I feel like like I said, something from the past, I don't know what it is like you're still holding on to it, and now we need to move from it. Well, that, because you were masking something, that Seven of Swords, you were hiding some sort of aspect of yourself. And the Page of Swords is coming here. This is that Scorpio, which is coming and removing all of that, and giving you this sense of clarity, this sense of purpose, sense of who you are meant to be, and the truth that you need to have, and then letting you take action with it. So it is very powerful. Energy coming through. So look at this. We have Scorpio, Moon in Scorpio. So yeah, this is a big one because that is actually where it is. So negative attitudes and fiery arguments are possible at this time. Channel your energies into positive physical activities like decorating or gardening or anything that's creative. Yes. And this negative attitudes or fire, to me, it feels like it might be if from where you come from, where you have to like feel like you have to defend your position in some way. You feel like you have to be right versus like be like questioning. It's okay. You don't have to be right. You can have that question. You can be open to all those questions. Let's see what other stuff it's going to tell us. So, new moon in Libra. Know you are loved. Yes. Wow. And that's something, even if you have like an argument, that's okay. I feel like that's important to say. Like if you have an argument with love, it's okay. The love is still there always. And unleash your kindest self. Okay. Not only for others, but for yourself. That is also feeling like that. And that's the Capricorn. There's a lot of emotion here. You can actually see. Let's see what your charm tells you. Okay. We have the X, so maybe something from your past. Maybe it's the X, an X from your, an X is that 4 or 5 oh, that actually, if we look at it that way, that 5 of, the 7 of Swords, maybe somebody hurt you in the past. Sorry, that is actually, with this, I'm actually getting a whole other interesting reading here. So, someone maybe hurt you in the past, right? And then you're still holding on to a 5 of Swords. But something new, maybe an apology is coming through, maybe a truth is coming, something like about them that is going to let you move forward. There is with this Knight of Swords, and maybe that is what you need to hear. So that's for some of you. Not for everybody of you, but for some of you. We have D, we have Q. I almost feel like DQ'd, which is disqualified. We have Angel. Angel, which is, again, that's letting you know you are loved and protected right there. We have Turtle. We are slowly moving towards it. We have, yeah, this is again wearing a mask, my friends. That might be for some of you. Don't quit. No. Mice is all about worries, where we have, because this is the Lenormand die set for me. So this is all about worries. This is all like, if they're nagging at you and making you like slow down here. We have the 10, which is for me like kind of coming full circle in terms of like, I think of the 10 of Wands, it's like the ending coming through. So I feel like it's time for you to stop hiding who you are and really unleash yourself. Even if you're a person who asks lots and lots of questions and maybe it annoyed your teacher, that's okay. Or maybe if somebody hurt you in the past and you felt like they hurt you, that doesn't mean that they have to like, that doesn't have to happen again. It's okay to like maybe question things, but be very open to things, especially to surrender to that creativity of yours, which will help you find any solution to any problem. Okay, I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider commenting, liking, and subscribing, and possibly sharing it with your friends. And just, I want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your time, sharing your energy, and of course, sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Bye bye, my dear friends. Hello, group 2. I am so happy you are here. Let's see with this fairy witch, not fire witch, but fairy witch, roots, culture, majestic. For me, fairies, well, it is maybe a sense of wanting deeper roots and with the tree in the background. So, but it's also fairies for me. It's just excitement, joy, having fun. I'm not taking things so seriously. So I feel like that's the energy. So regardless of what happens, because there's like a lot of like shift and changes gonna happen, always have that energy of like having fun with all of it, not taking everything so seriously. That's what I'm feeling here. So surrender to addiction. So this is what we need to surrender. So whether you're addicted to substance, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal that addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Ooh, I almost feel like also like just seeing that there's like the mask there is like letting me think that almost, because that feels like a spider web. So I feel like maybe addicted to drama. And then that just kind of plays in nicely with that, kind of not taking everything too seriously. Okay, look at that. So how do we release these addictions, surrender to addictions? We have gratitude. I feel like I'm going to say something. I'm like, gratitude for what they taught you. So when I look at addictions, you know, there is a reason why we get addicted to things, right? It's like we have, sometimes we can't deal with a situation in our life and we need something to help us cope. And so there is that sense of needing to cope, and whatever it is, those things, whatever you're addicted to, it helped us cope. But now I feel like what I'm seeing here is that now that we're moving on from this, we're letting go of those old patterns, especially with like this, like the new moon, the full moon. We're releasing those old patterns and allowing new ones. And the only way to release those patterns is by gratitude, by saying thank you so much for being like, that pattern helped me at that point in time, but now we're ready to move on to something else. And like I said, it's really, for me, maybe the tree is grounding there, but it's like not taking it all seriously either, like not being because there's also like a cycle of addiction. So you feel bad about having whatever addiction you have, and then you're just like, and then you kind of that's how you solve the thing. You're like, I feel bad about it, but then how you feel good is by doing whatever it is that you're addicted to. But if you take it like not seriously, if you're that very like energy that's, I don't know, I always think sprightly, moving around, not letting things like weigh you down, I think that's how you kind of release that. You can be that in that state. Let's see what other stuff it is we have. So we believe, and we have baggage. Yeah. So we're releasing the baggage, but we believe in the newness. And like for me, that rainbow with the unicorn is, first of all, believe in yourself. You're very unique. But there's a sense of the rainbow comes after the rain, right? It's after like possibly like a storm. It's whatever it is. There is that sense. So you have that baggage, whatever it is that got you these, whatever addictions it is. It could be, there's people who are worried, like addicted to worrying. Like I know, I have several of them that are always in a state of worry, right? There's this, and if you actually spend a lot of time watching TV, of course you would be worried. I'm a person who does not watch TV. I do not like watching I don't pay attention to the news, which maybe some people think I'm ignorant from it, but I feel like, and this is my little 2 cents here, just my point of view, don't have to like agree with it, but it's like, if you actually notice, it's an experiment, go a week without watching any TV or watching any like news, like not really paying attention to news. If you can go a week, pardon my tummy that's hungry, a week without looking at the news, right? Like you'll actually see the shift in your energy. So for some of you, I wanted to say like, it's time for you to step away from the worry. Because that fairy, it just keeps calling me back. It just keeps calling me back. It was good. It helped you move. But it's like, now it's like you're meant to be that unicorn. It's like, there's a freeness that needs to come. And something, you need to release that baggage. And for that, it's like the addictions. But for some of you, worrying, it might be that addiction. Because that's kind of what I'm getting. A lot of like, you're oh my goodness, like shortness of breath from it because you're in this state. And it's like, no, we're flighty, we're like chasing rainbows, and I don't know, I know that's weird, but that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like you're meant to release, you're meant to be more like flying around, having fun. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, Page of Wands, look at this. Having fun. Look at, does that the person not look like they're having fun? It's like super happy. Super happy. Yeah, it's a childlike wonder here. I have the Hangman, looking at things in a different perspective. Yes. Oh, yes. One more. The Two of Swords, yeah. Two of Swords, we have choices. And I do feel like you have choices. We all have choices. And this one is for you, though. Look at that, we're moving forward. Yes. I like this. This is what I'm saying here. You have the choice to move forward or not. Because I almost feel like to be stuck. In the Hangman, I like the Hangman energy, but it's almost like, are you going to feel stuck? Are you going to like and by that I mean like you hang yourself. I feel like you, with these addictions, with the baggage, you're kind of weighing yourself down. Or are you going to allow yourself to take off with that chariot? And that's the choice that I feel like. And I think this Page of Wands is all about you taking off. It's about looking at things again like a fairy or like a child with a childlike wonder. You're about to take off into a journey. And the Hangman here, even like, yes, this, like, there is the sense of being like stuck there. There's a sense of like, if you can shift your perspective again from this, like this addiction that you have, into a gratitude. I just feel like it's going to be, if you shift from like thinking everything's baggage, and I feel like, oh, you're weighing down, and versus like to believe in you can do or be or have anything. And I feel like that's the energy. It's almost like, have fun with it all. And that's the chariot. You're going to take off. Like, I almost really do feel like, go chase rainbows. Be that unicorn, chasing rainbows. So, half to full moon. Oh, look at that. So, from half to full moon. So, embracing high levels of motivation and energy will bring you feelings of empowerment and satisfaction. Look at this. Yes. Not this anymore. We're going, I almost want to say, how do you look at the moon? Is it half full or is it half empty, right? And that's the kind of energy here. Look at it being half full, like that cup half full. Look, open up to change. Yes, especially with that perspective. Things are changing. Let go of those addictions. They're holding you back, my friends. They helped you, and then now it's time for you to shine. Oh my goodness, I love this. Oh, dude, energy feeling so good. I like it. All right, let's see what your... Ooh, let's see what this... There's a whole lot. There's a whole lot. Oh, and that one's spinning. Oh my goodness, that one's a big one. All right, let's do that one first. Yes, so you have insights coming through the owl wisdom. Oh, look at this. And this is the kind of attitude. It's like, oh, I made a mistake. It's all right. Not taking things so seriously. Something from the past is coming back. It's haunting. This is my Halloween-themed divination dice set. Nurturing. What you pay attention to. What do you, like, are you nurturing your worries? Are you nurturing your addictions? Are you nurturing something totally different and new? We have February. So that is Aquarius here, so opened up to change. Yeah, so that's like kind of feeling like that message, like endings, because it does feel like there's new endings, right? Endings bring with new ideas coming forth, loyalty, friendships coming through. Oh my goodness, I love this. For some of you, oh, look at this, finding love coming. The only way to find that love is to open yourself up, no longer be what you like, feel like you have to be who you were in the past. Well, we have Z. Okay, JPEG and Z. The elephant, little by little. Oh, this guy wants to come out. That's the little kind of horseshoe. Oh, we also have I here. Horseshoe is what I'm seeing. Nourishing. Like, I really do feel like there's a need for nourishing some aspect of yourself. Or others as well, maybe we have. So give the girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. Marilyn Monroe, maybe that's something that you like, but I feel like I want to say that give the girl the right attitude and she can conquer the world. That's what I feel like. That's the energy I'm hearing. Excuse my tummy again. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider commenting, liking, and subscribing, and sharing it with your friends. I really do want my little channel to grow into at least 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So we have all those goals. I'm working on new things. So just thank you so much for being here, sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course, oh, I forgot this guy here, blossoming of your heart here is important. And so sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, bye bye, my dear friends. Hello, group 3. I am so happy you are here. Let's find out. Oh, so you chose this beautiful. You have the shamanic witch. So awareness, consciousness, restoration. Oh, that's exciting. I actually really like that. Okay. And there's another one. So you actually want to have 2. So this is the energy, and we also have sex witch, which is love, lust, and boundaries. And look at that moon right there. So sense of kind of calm and then fieriness. So this is earth, the shamanic witch. So earth and fire elements. So grounding, but then being creative. I feel like that's a sense that's what I feel like is important for you. Finding this balance between with the fire creativity with this grounding. One has like the eyes open, the other one is meditating. It's like there's this need for balance. See what we need to also surrender. Surrender to prayer. So give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray with your heart, you will be heard through the universe and answers will support and arrive. Let me see if I can get that to be focused. Okay, yeah. Prayer is actually one of those things that is very important. I know a lot of people may not like it, but I prayer really does. It helps so much. So I'm going to put that there. And so what's this prayer that we're asking for? Maybe in balancing. Like whatever it is that you are, I always like when I'm a bit confused or I need guidance, that's when I pray, and that really does help. And having patience. Okay, yeah, sorry, they kind of go together. So when you pray for something, when you ask for something, right, anything really, there is patience for it to come. It doesn't usually happen instantaneously. What I'm seeing here is, though, I feel like it's like there was a cave. Maybe this is sort of like you coming out of your hermit mode. Or I don't know why this actually almost feels like hitting rock bottom. Sorry. But look, there's a little balloon. There's hope, I feel like. After you've, like, I don't know why I feel like there's that sense of, because when we usually have that surrender to prayer is when most people tend to pray, right? When they're hitting rock bottom, when they're feeling like all the way at the bottom, where they're like, oh my goodness, I don't even know what to do anymore, right? And so that's when we kind of start praying. And I feel like if that's true, there's a sense of patience here, but there will be guidance and help with that balloon. The hope is that balloon, and then it'll guide you out, but there is a need for patience. So I'm looking more of this shamanic witch and the sex witch, and I feel like there is this fieriness here, but it's like, what is that? A lust, a desire for more, but then there's also these boundaries there as well. And where this one is awareness and consciousness, I almost feel like this is 3D and that's 5D, right? This is like, it feels very aggressive, this energy, where this one feels much more calm, and that's important. Let's see what the tarot tells us. Where shall we put this patience? Put it over here. What's happening? Okay, what's happening with the collective of group 3? This full moon cycle, what's happening? Okay, we have 3 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Give and receive, yes. There's a need for balance, but need for giving and receiving. There's 3 of Cups, so there's friendships. And for some of you who have been going through like that hermit mode, I go through it all the time. It's time for you to come out and maybe have friends. Page of Pentacles. Starting off, maybe for some of you, if you're worried about finances, I almost feel like there is a sense of that coming through. Yeah, 7 of Wands. This is what it is. Maybe that's the fieriness, a little bit defensiveness here. Boundaries are different from being defensive, my friends. Boundaries, you don't even have to argue. You just decide ahead of time and then you get yourself out. But you don't have to battle it. But look, this one has flowers there. So I feel like it's almost not defending, but I feel like, because they also have flowers, but yours is like the one that has the most flowers. Maybe your creativity is really high. But you don't have to, I almost feel like, show off to others. You can just be creative, be this, like, because there is a lot of fire, this fire that you are, but you don't have to, like, compete with others, is what I'm seeing here. I'm hoping that makes sense. There's also feel like a sense of abundance that's here that maybe you're not connecting to, because this is a Page of Pentacles. You're starting to have this excuse my tummy. You're starting to have abundance coming through, and it almost feels like something that you're starting to grow from it. Whenever I feel like if you're worried about finances, there's always a sense of like when you're fearing scarcity, the best thing to do is give. It seems counterintuitive, but it's always like wherever you're feeling scarcity, there's a joy in giving. It doesn't have to be money. It can just be your time. It could be your knowledge. It could be an ear. Maybe it's a friendship ear. Whatever it is, when you give of yourself, especially when you're feeling scarce, there's a joy that comes through, and it actually brings more abundance to you. Yeah, but friendship is important this time around. Overall energy, though, it feels really nice. I'm like, yes, there is a balance that you need to find, but it is kind of cool. And look at this, we have your move. It is your move. You have the power here. I really do feel like that's also something here. You have the power to get out of that hole. Like, you have the power. Just there is a need for patience. That the pentacle energy does move quite slowly, but that is okay. Their hope is there, but you get to move yourself. And I feel like if you definitely feel like if you are right now in a place where it's like you feel overwhelmed, there's a need for you to pray, to connect, to ground yourself. Yeah, to become aware of your power. It's like that's your move here. And unleash your creativity. So let's see what the Sagittarius moon is here. So be prepared to be adaptable, as plans you have laid may take on an expected course. Okay, so things will shift around. That's what I'm seeing. There's having patience will be, because you're coming little by little. It's all coming together. Look, you have Sagittarius twice. There's a lot of fire here. So full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. Yes. Maybe things don't seem like they're working out, but they really are in the long term. But patience is needed, my friends. And then we have the full moon in Leo. Look how much fire there is. Go wild. And that wild is that creativity. That energy of like, that to me, it was like that sexual energy is a sense of creation. That comes from your second chakra. And that's that energy of creation. And there's a fierceness there in terms of you can do anything, because it's that almost, it's not necessarily the most primal, because that's not the first chakra, but it's a very primal energy, and it will help you go through things. All right, let's see what our charms are. Okay, let's see. Oh, look at that. All right. See, I almost right away I say, I can't. Yes, you can. That is something that's important for you to. The love between a grandmother and a granddaughter is forever, and so that means that your loved ones are watching over you. And that's the surrender prayer. If you actually see, that's an angel there. Actually, it's even more than that. Look at this. It almost feels like there's a hand there of light, and that could be your past loved ones supporting you, and your angels also guiding you. Very beautiful. Look at things. How do you look at them? Don't look at them through negativity, but look at them through like a lens. What lens do you use? That's important. We also have taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, growing where you are planted. You don't have to, I almost feel like you need to change everything right away. That's not necessary. If you change your way you think, it'll change your whole life. I think is very important. We also have this one, which is letting us know there's an anticipation, expectation. It's happening. Look, patience. You're coming. Things are coming. You're almost out of that hole, or wherever it is that you are here. You're out and about. You're gonna go. Just give yourself this patience that you need. Again, this is three friends here. Again, the 3 of Cups here is allowing them to help you. Friendships are helping you here. Believe in love. Yes. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Heart is again love is coming through again. Enjoy things like that. Enjoy the ice cream. Enjoy what you do have before it goes away, right? It melts, but you can still enjoy it. Yin yang, finding that balance between that groundingness that I feel like that earth energy and the fiery energy that you have. There's a need for grounding here. Here we have, like, I feel like there's almost like this was backwards. Not listening to your inner child is kind of like blocking you as well. We have K, E, those are the only ones that came out. And then look at the reindeer. You're moving forward. And then, but listening to, because to me it's the Rudolph reindeer, so there's motion there, but it's like you're being lighted by your heart, being guided by your heart, and then there's a need for this accepting your uniqueness. But it does make me feel like you have the power to move wherever it is. If you're in that hole, you can get out of it. I hope this makes a lot of sense. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider commenting, liking, and subscribing, and maybe sharing it with your friends. I truly, truly appreciate you coming here and sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, bye bye my dear friends.